What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 21 of my Road to 100 Million Gold series. So last week we had I took most of the week off. This week I've played a little bit more. Of course, last Monday when I recorded this was the National Day in Norway. Didn't do much then, but I've done at least a full repost since then. I think we missed one day because of the things misaligning a little bit, or at least half a day or something like that in terms of auctions. And then I didn't play much over the weekend because I was away again. Very typical for Norwegians in May to take loads of trip to like your cabin during May. So I was away this weekend, but I did get the full week in, and I reposted quite a bit before then. So as we'll see, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't a fantastic week either. So let's just dive into the numbers. So here we have it. The overall, well, obviously I'm up 529k since last week, which is, I think, probably the most important figure here. Everything else is sort of secondary to that. We're up 500k, good. My sales are 3.3 mil, which is a lot less than it has been during many of my weeks. Like if we just go back to, say, week 23, 2 weeks ago, I was all the way up at 5 million with 3.6 million gold on Draenor. So this week we are looking at almost a full million less on Draenor. But I have been slacking more this week for sure. Since I didn't post much on Friday, and then I was away from on Saturday and Sunday. I did repost. I think I reposted yesterday, and then we reposted some today, of course. But we are gonna miss a day or half a day again. But it's before the reset, so it's not critical. That's the big difference. And there's also a load of small sales. Pretty much none of my realms stood out with any positive stuff. Like my battle pet flipping operation went very poorly this week. Ashol and Rub, we sold some high value stuff. I believe we sold some BOEs, if I remember correctly. Or I sold some BOEs. And then outside of that, you can see it's just small value, just small gold. Not a single high gold realm. Just one realm that broke 100,000 gold. So that's the bad part, really. But this part of the of the setup is always very swingy. There's always like varies up and down based on whatever happens that week. Nothing I can control directly. As you can see, I have overall pretty much gone break even because I've spent gold as well. So even though I made about 700k here, I spent 650,000 gold as well restocking battle pets. So we are pretty much just breaking even, not going up in gold, but still just reinvesting most of our profits, which is good because the implied profit margin of my battle pet flipping operation is generally very high. For many of my battle pets, my minimum price is now it's about 30-40% higher than my maximum shopping price. So that is quite good. Like we are definitely looking at so when I'm just breaking even, that's a good point because I'm still in the building up phase. We definitely need more stock and more money onto the auction house, more value on my realms. We're gonna need to do that all the way up to at least 50, 60, 70 million liquid gold, and then once we hit that, then we'll sort of can just cruise the last part. But until then, I want to accelerate more and more, and that means getting more and more value out onto the auction house. So obviously the good part here is that Draenor just keeps actually rising. We're making gold, and we are now generating a healthy profit margin off of my gold. So I had 2.7 million in sales and 500k profit. So that's about a 20% profit margin. Finally something, or actually a little bit higher. 25% profit margin, something like that. So that's about time. Definitely seen the auction house run dry a couple of times of legendaries and seen some pretty crazy prices, which still happens. Maybe some of the people are slacking off, some of the other people in the legendary market. That's hard to say, but that is a possibility. So fingers crossed that happens again, because when you see something like what was the last thing I saw? I think I sold a rank 2 leatherworking item for something like 40,000-50,000 just yesterday. And we were selling rank 4 Umberhide legs, I want to say. It might have been the helmet. It's not important exactly which item it was, because I was selling the helmet or the rank 4 piece for 70,000 gold, which is really, really good. Because this is an item with a crafting cost in like the 20-25k range. So 70,000, that's a lot of profit. That's like 40,000 gold profit. We've also sold a couple of expensive mounts. I sold a depleted, or is it the geosynchronous world spinner I have on this account on Draenor, and a jeweled onyx panther, both of which are nice. Gonna help bring in some extra gold, obviously. So that's sort of it. If we're looking for the next week, I definitely want to pump this number up and work hard to pump it up. And I got a few new market ideas that I've picked up from doing my NA 0 to Hero series. So I'll probably open up another banker on Draenor and repost some stuff with him. And specifically, it's some of the crafted green items, the uncommon quality stuff. And we're looking at using, I believe it's the Novice Crafter's Mark, to turn it into required level 50 and item level 87, because then it's really good for people who are just getting into Shadowlands zones and they're running around in like item level 50 gear from Warlords of Draenor or whatever. So getting that 30-40 item level bump, it's going to be really good for them. And also using the Crafter's Mark 1, the required level 55, item level 117 versions of the same items. Which I've tested out a little bit on my NA 0 to Hero series, and I know that I've gotten a sale, at least on the weapon from Inscription. So I want to test this on a larger scale with my crafters on Draenor. And just having this on a single poster, I'm probably posting with like 48-hour duration and just like logging in every other day to clean up the mail and just repost them all onto the auction house. Probably not going like super heavy, maybe like 2 of each slot, something like that. And that's probably gonna generate 50 to 100 to 200,000 more gold a week at least, which is gonna be very helpful. So that's the main part. Of course, now we'll take a look at my sales on Draenor. So here it is, sorted from the most expensive. And of course, we'll see the Jeweled Onyx Panther right at the top here, the Geosynchronous World Spinner, and the Umberhide Vest, that was the recipe, and then the Umberhide Helmet. I think this was the rank 2 Umberhide Helmet that sold for 52k. And then apparently I have a crazy sale of Grimveiled Pants as well. And as I can see right now, I've sold out on a lot of this stuff, and there's definitely a huge restocking session that I need to do. As usual, pretty much on after the weekend, because I don't really do much restocking over the weekend, but I do a couple of post scans before and after. So we're gonna have to recraft a bunch of this stuff and make sure that we have materials. I don't have too much materials right now. Which is something I need to do, but yeah, we're sitting pretty at 11.7 mil, so that's really, really nice. The same with the total gold here, very normal. What was very nice was like this, when I collected all the sales from Friday to, I did do one repost scan. We did collect actually 1 million gold in my mailbox today, which is very unusual. Then obviously we have the normal 1 million. I think it was a little bit more on Thursdays. So that's really, really good. We're really getting there on Draenor. We're like, I'm quite happy with how it's going. The only thing I need to do there is really just increase my activity level, repost, repost more often, and we'll be golden on that realm. And then on my other realms, I'm doing the right thing. I'm reinvesting my money, getting more battle pets. I'm at like the highest amount of battle pets I've been in for a very long time in terms of what I keep posted on the auction house. So sales should at least be more regular, even if they're not that high this week. Not that high. But they should be more regular, and we will be getting stuff like what happened a couple of weeks ago where I sold like 1.8 million gold worth of battle pets in a single week. So we'll just have to hope for another one of those weeks to roll around. And in the meantime, we'll just keep my stuff on the auction house. Keep investing gold into stuff that is likely to sell for a profit, and keep going. So that's it for this week. Not the most fantastic week, but at least pretty good in terms of the profit we generated. So yeah, looking forward to the next one. If you're enjoying the series, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps me out. And I hope to see you on the next one. Goodbye, guys. Have a profitable week.